Good morning, everyone. It's Valerie, otherwise known as Chick Picker.
Good
How's
morning.
everybody doing? Good morning, good morning.
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 It's Monday. Monday.
Happy.
We have Todd here, the silver hair stacker. Yes. We have Sally, the upside down picker.
Hi, guys.
Oh, we have Bridget, the New York picker.
Morning, everybody. Oh, Todd cracks me up. Hey, Hank. Hi, Deb.
Average wild.
We're back.
Yay.
People are ripping out their shirts and tearing them.
Yep. Throwing their unmentionables up on the stage. That might have been a little too much. That might have been just a tad too much. Oh.
I sold 2 Barbies this morning.
Did you?
Yep. One for 60 and one for 23.
Sweet.
Yeah, I was happy about
So
that.
everything you bought at the auction is paid for.
Yeah, okay. So I tallied it up, and last night with all the multiples, yesterday I listed 126 Barbies.
Holy moly.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Let me just say, you need to be very proud of yourself that you can list like that.
I'm surprised I listed that many, to be honest with you.
Good. That's really, really good.
I think I was just in the zone.
Yeah. Sometimes that's all it takes is just getting in the zone. I need to get in the zone of the electronics. I need to get those listed.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, but I got everything else. What do I pick?
The electronics.
Yeah.
Get some of those on your site, and you switch back and forth. Do like 3 or 4 electronics, and then do some clothes, and then
Yeah.
Mix it up.
Yeah.
Mix it up.
So you're not getting bored doing one thing.
Yeah. That's the best thing to do, especially if you're like not into it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's go for electronics, then go to like clothing, go to something that you're enjoying,
Right.
But to get them done. So I don't know if you've seen my post this morning, but there was a shooting here.
What?
There was a shooting in our town, and at like 2:00 in the morning, and at 3 we got a phone call on our landline that said public safety. That's a public safety warning that there was a shooting and the people are still at large and should be said that they're armed and dangerous and all this stuff. And I live in Michigan, Leah.
Morning, Leah.
Anyways, and so they even said like where it happened and all that. And so they did that, and then they closed schools today. So because
really?
of it. Mm-hmm.
Now the person is still at large.
Yeah.
At this time.
Right. Told us to keep our doors locked, and so it's probably the first time I've locked my door in 2 years. Something like that.
So scary.
It's part of those damn fish tank people coming back after you.
Oh my gosh.
Don't say that, Bridget. Oh, you live in Warren, Leah. Yeah, Warren's down by Grand Rapids, right? Detroit area. So you guys are used to that.
Oh my
You
God.
guys probably don't get a call every time there's a shooting in your area.
Yeah.
Um,
That's crazy.
Baltimore is safer.
yeah, I'm in the Houghton Lake area. Houghton Lake. I live in Prudentville, but Houghton Lake's right next to us.
Yeah.
They kind of like run into each other.
You don't live in a bad neighborhood, though. I mean, this is like a
Oh
rare,
no.
That's pretty rare.
yeah.
We are just now seeing like meth become a big issue. You know, we could see it growing. We could see, you know, I'm sorry. I lived with a meth head for 8 years, so I remember, you know, little things, you know, about, you know, the drug and how it makes you act and all of that. And I could pick these people out, no problem,
Yeah.
you know, and actually, I'm going to talk to my boss whenever I go back to work tonight. I'm going to talk to her in the morning about getting a couple of people banned just because they're making our customers feel unsafe. So,
Yeah.
you know, and we just don't put up with that crap. Plus,
Yeah.
he tried to steal freaking cookies the other day,
Oh my
and
God.
I caught him. So it's like, come on, you know. But people are just, you know, we're just not, you know, as far as like, you know, having break-ins and stuff like that, it's very rare that we have that.
Right.
Oh, you live in Arizona now? Yeah, Arizona's nice. I mean, where are you at?
That's crazy.
We used to, me and Valerie, we're sisters. I don't know how well you know us, but we're sisters, and we used to go and visit our grandparents in Bullhead City all the time.
Yeah.
Hi, Kathy.
Well, good morning.
I missed
Wow.
you.
How are y'all?
I forgot what she looked
Pretty
like. Hold on,
good.
let me make her.
Like this, a hot mess.
You look beautiful.
Thank you. You look
Oh.
What's wrong with
Simply
you?
gorgeous.
Oh, God.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. I hate when I make those phone calls. Okay, I'll be back. You didn't do it right. She's supposed to do it like Todd. Oh, God. Where's my chat?
Well, how's everything going with you? You been busy?
Well, Saturday and Sunday, I kind of laid around because I woke up just sicker than a dog. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing anything today. I refused. All weekend we laid around and watched, what was it called? Now I can't think of it. It has Billy Bob Thornton in it. And it's on Amazon Prime Videos.
Oh,
His dad had Amazon Prime, which was cool, so we got to watch it this weekend. But I think it was hang on. Hey Dum Dum. What was the name of that show? Billy Bob Thornton in it. Goliath.
Goliath. I have not heard of that.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's got Billy Bob Thornton in it. It has, who else does it have in it? It has Dwight Yoakam without his hat, which is really gross. Hey Deb, hey Cindy.
Which is weird because they both starred in Billy Bob Thornton and Dwight Yoakam both starred in Sling Blade
Yeah.
together. So,
But it's on Amazon Prime Videos. It's really good. We watched that, and
Is it a movie? Or is it a series?
it's a series. And then we watched Ocean's 8 with Sandra Bullock, which was really good. I didn't think it was going to be good, but it was funny.
oh,
It was really good, yeah. But
Well-
yeah, we laid around.
yeah,
I needed it.
right.
Oh.
Glad to have you, Leah.
Hey,
She said,
Leah.
I've only
Sometimes-
been following you chicks for only a couple of months. Thanks for all the info you provide.
Aw. Yeah, Goliath is really good. Yeah, it's a series.
Wow.
You have to check it out. I didn't know Amazon Prime had videos. It's like, ooh, look, a whole nother world.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm done.
Mhm.
I'll be binge watching videos on Amazon Prime.
Right.
I'll have to look into that. Great. another.
Another vice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really watch TV very often, but if I find a good series on there, I'll get into the habit of doing that. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's really good. It's interesting. It has a lot of different. It changes each series. Each series seems to be a little bit different storyline, which is really good. But it's
Yeah.
actually very interesting. I liked it.
Hmm.
And I'm really weird about certain series too, because if it's no good at the front end, I'm like, I'm done, I'm out.
Yeah. Have you watched the Handmaid's Tale?
I tried. That's that one I kept trying to watch, but I just couldn't get past certain points of it, and it's just like, okay, I'm done.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
I couldn't. It's just it was too much of. I don't know. It's just there were certain things that were just too much for me, and it was just kind of I was out. It was just too much traumatic for me. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
let me go ahead and back up out of this series. But I tried a couple, and I tried a couple times, and it's a good storyline. It's just there was just way too much in there for me to handle.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's a good storyline. I just hate it. It was. I couldn't handle it.
Pretty different, and like but I understand where you're coming from. I understand.
Yeah, it was good though. I mean, I started out really. I thought it was interesting. I wish I could have got past a lot of it, but
Yeah.
it was just But it's hard for me to find really good storylines like that because some of them are kind of like funky when you first start out, and you have to get past that funky. And after you get past it, it's kind of like, okay, I can do this. But yeah, there's some that I can't. But that one was actually, I didn't think I was gonna like it. I was like, I told my husband, I was like, why are we watching this? And I got into it. I was like, okay, well now I know why.
There's actually another one called Harlots. I don't know if you'd be into that or not either, but
I think I've got that on my to watch. I haven't gotten to watch it yet.
Yeah, I liked it, but Valerie said that she couldn't get into it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just one of those things I just wasn't. I don't know.
I thought it was very interesting because I never realized that, like, sexuality was, or not sexuality, but, basically men being able to have sex was like it was, what do you call it? Like, it was a mainstream, like, thing for a guy to have a mistress and a wife.
Yeah.
And nobody asked you, Marcel.
That's a damn mystery.
Nobody asked you, Marcel. Anyways, it was a mainstream thing, and people did that to raise their family. They like if a woman had a girl child, she raised her to be able to like sell her off.
Really?
To a man, either as a mistress or somebody that is to marry her off as a wife or as a mistress.
Wow.
But her virginity.
Her virginity was
that was the moneymaker right there.
Yeah, if she was a virgin, that they'd keep her a virgin until that point, and it was like they're like 15, and giving selling their virginity.
Yeah,
to the highest bidder, no doubt, or no less. It's like it's crazy to think of people being able to do doing that to their daughters, but but sex was selling at that that age or that time.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy, the whole storyline and everything. It's pretty crazy once you get into it, but there's just a lot of, and it's not based on a true story or anything like that, but based on facts of how it was in those days.
Right.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I know.
To think about how times have changed and different things. Ooh,
Oh yeah.
would not want to live back then. I'm good.
No.
Ooh. 925.
I'm going through jewelry.
Sweet.
Right, going through jewelry. I have not bought nothing in forever.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I stay away from Shop Goodwill.
I know.
I dove in, I swam in the water for a while, and now I am Shop Goodwill free.
I can't believe that, Valerie. She sold 10 on Posh last night.
God, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
She
That's
did
good,
really
though.
good.
Yeah, that's awesome. Morning, Mary.
I think I have I have 13 going out. So that's good.
Wow.
That is good.
That's very good.
Good for the weekend. I think I sold 2 on Posh. So. Not too shabby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
I accepted returns this weekend, so
Mm.
I got a pair of blue jeans back Friday that the lady said in the return first that they didn't fit her. Well, needless to say, I had measurements in there. Well, nothing showed up. She had until the 2 day. Oh, I think last Wednesday to send them back. Well, I called eBay, got that closed because she never sent it back with the thing that they had provided her. Well, she said that she sent them to me Monday. Well, they came back. Well, she didn't use their package, their label that they sent her. She paid another $8 for some labeling. Well, she sends them back, and there's bleach on them. It looks like someone had spilled bleach or bleach had splattered.
Oh,
Yes. And she sent them back with bleach on them.
oh my God.
Well,
Wow.
the case was already closed. So if she ends up trying to open it back up, I'm going to email pictures to eBay and show them what I have and what she returned, because
Yeah.
Right.
and those I went back and looked at the pictures, and you can tell it looks like somebody had poured bleach and bleach had splattered. There's some big old dots like all on the side.
You have the worst luck with returns.
I do, and I've only got two. I only got 2 this weekend. I guess that's for the Christmas holidays. But she sent them back with bleach, and then the guy had sent back a back massager that said didn't work, but it worked. I'm like,
Don't you hate that?
I do. It's an automatic return when they do that. It's like it did work. I take
Yeah.
what I got back.
Well, I have somebody that returned something to me, and it was a CB radio, and it was still in the packaging. And he said, well,
Ringo.
he goes, the back was missing half the fuse case. He goes, so I can't use it. And I'm like, I had a picture of it, and I had a picture of the fuse case of the back.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And I said, well, just return it. So he returns it. The fuse case is completely gone off the back.
What the heck?
So I messaged him. Well,
Mhm.
filed a return, through eBay. So I messaged him and said, hey, where's this piece? And I sent him the picture that I had on my listing.
Mhm.
He goes, oh, well, I had to take that off in order to hook it up to my vehicle. Okay, but you told me that it was missing half of it. He goes, I forgot to put it in the box. Could I buy a new one? And so I'm like, I didn't say anything. I'm calling eBay today and saying, listen, I have it on the message that he said that he took it off.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Called for the item.
Yep.
So
Dang.
Yep, that's it.
What is
Yeah.
wrong with people?
I was hoping he would tell me, oh, I took it off,
Come
or oh, I forgot.
Mhm.
But then he's stuck.
Come here.
Yeah. It's so crazy on some of them. Well, she did. See, the lady with the jeans, when she did the first, when she opened the return, she did is not fitting. Well, 2 days later, she said, well, there was something on front of the jeans, like all kinds of stuff on front of the jeans. Well, yeah, after you washed them, after you wore them New Year's Eve and went out partying and you washed them, somebody spilled bleach all over them. That's what's going on,
Mhm.
little heifer.
Yeah.
Wow.
Made me
Hey
mad.
there, Elvis.
That's Elvis.
Elvis.
Hey there, we
Okay,
never
Elvis.
you.
Ringo, you're like,
I know. He's like, where's Ringo? Where's Ringo? What's he doing? Getting my need?
Ain't nothing but a doggy.
he won't go chase Ringo.
Yep.
Hellfire, Mr. Sadie, Hellfire.
Fire, Mr.
Sadie.
Sadie.
Valerie, Leah, I guess she was wanting to use mainly sell on eBay.
I didn't know if
Yep.
that question was for
Texas Valerie.
her.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
Either
go ahead,
Valerie.
Valerie.
Yep. I sell on mainly on eBay, but I have Poshmark and just getting into Etsy. So
You kick my bill.
I'm just all around.
What's up with that Ringo dog?
Morning, Mr. Sadie. He is crazy. Max stayed in. He finally got up and went outside yesterday for a little bit, and then he was like, I want back in. I like being inside where it's warm.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
So he's been staying. I mean, he's up on top of the cabinets, and
But
you
at
know he
least
doesn't
it's
get.
warm.
Yeah, he doesn't get down into the, where the dogs are or whatever. But we'll do what we can.
Yeah.
I mean, the other night he was so tired that Ringo and Elvis, they were both, trying to get close to him and stuff like that, and he just laid there. He must have been just tired, just worn out. Said, I don't care.
I don't care.
Leave me alone. Let me sleep. And but the dogs don't like him. I mean, they piss and moan at him, but what do you do? So,
Piss and moan.
come here, Ringo. Come here. You want to come up? You want to get on there too?
I have to
Come
be
here.
packing.
Yours-
Good.
Is your sales pretty good this weekend, Todd?
Yeah, I had a really good weekend. I got
Good.
18 packages going out.
Good.
That's good. How many? 15?
18. I sold that
Good.
carbonator machine. And you remember that metal magazine rack? It sold for like 120.
Oh, wow. That's good.
Sweet.
Thanks.
Good job.
That's awesome.
I sold a gold watch for 70.
Oh, talking about watches, Todd, I have to send you a picture of something.
Okay.
Say hi, Ringo.
Ringo.
Yeah, Ringo.
I'm sending it on the messenger.
All right. Go.
What the world?
I sent Todd 3 pictures.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's in the glass thing. You can't see it. What do you want to know about it?
Well, there's 3 pictures. I took them out of the glass thing, too.
Does it work?
I don't know. I want to know about it.
Or did you wind it?
I don't know how.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
There we go. Here, hold on. I'll turn on my camera.
Does it say 14K?
I don't know. The pictures I sent you was the first time I lifted this dome.
Oh.
It's actually kind of cool.
Okay, see the little grooved crown at the top?
Give me a second. I got to get it off this little thing.
Oh my gosh.
Gonna have a meltdown.
My goodness gracious. Ugh. Okay.
Break it.
I did. I didn't break it. Okay, now what do I do?
See the little groove crown at the top?
This thing?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, wind it back and forth.
Back and forth like this?
Yes. Is it clicking?
Yeah.
Good. That's winding the mainspring.
Oh.
So I just have to keep doing it like this?
Yeah, you'll feel some resistance in a little bit. Don't wind it past a little resistance.
Don't you just do it one way?
No, you when you have a
I would think the same thing, Sally.
one of those winders, you wind it back and forth.
I never knew that.
I didn't either.
Is it
I would have
ticking?
been like,
That's
you know,
how I would have been.
turning it like that. I wouldn't have been winding it. Like,
Wow.
Have to
taking
wind it
forever.
both ways, but it's. Is it ticking?
I don't know. I'm still winding. I haven't felt any resistance yet.
just unbroke it.
I say, how old is it going to take forever to wind it up? You've been winding it forever.
I gotta put Kathy down. Hold on. I don't hear anything yet. I'll keep winding though.
No, we haven't got snow in a couple of days, Karen. We only have a couple of inches out there on the ground right now.
Ooh. It looks like it wants to here, but y'all keep that up there.
This is another one where the guy thought I wanted the Disney pins that were sitting there. So he stopped bidding at $10, and so I picked the watch.
Oh, there you go.
Tricked him, huh?
Uh-huh.
I didn't want those Disney pins. I already had them.
Don't you?
So how much did you get it for?
What, the watch?
Yeah.
$10.
Oh,
Sweet.
I like that ring you got though.
Which one?
That one with that you sent us a picture of.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Or the turquoise one? Which
That
one?
turquoise one. I bet that blue one, the first one you sent.
Oh, the sapphire one. Yeah.
Yeah. That was real pretty.
Slide your get your watch kit. You got a watch back opener?
Yes.
Slide it under that groove on the back and pop it open. But don't scratch it.
I did it with my hand. Like this?
Yeah. Okay. What does it say on the inside?
It's from Jenny to Bill. Elgin. June 29th, 1921.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's older than me.
Holy cow.
yeah, that's old.
And then the other side says, it says, move your coffee, Bridget, or you're going to put me in it.
It says all that.
I know.
How did they know?
Pendant. Patent October 9th, 1917. 5652103.
Okay, let's bring up the Elgin chart. Of course, you already got some verifiable dates.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What was the number again?
565
565
2103.
210 bark. Wait, what?
2103.
Okay.
That was Elvis busting back at you.
Oh,
Belgian pocket
Those aren't my dogs.
Oh, I would say Elvis is busting back.
Nope.
Dare you talk about us, Todd?
Mm-hmm.
Funny.
Who you think you is?
Cat. Oh, I can't see that.
Oh, okay. Well, this little piece came open, so now I have these things in here.
Okay, that's called the movement, all the little gears and stuff.
Okay.
So write down or take a picture of that.
Okay.
So when you close the back, you have reference on everything that's written on the movement.
Okay. Hold on.
What does it say inside the back on the other side from the movement?
It said to Jenny from Bill or something like that. Hold on. Oh, it said
There wasn't a 14K or an 18K or a...
I don't see anything.
Well, Bill must not have been special enough to get real gold.
He wasn't worth the real gold.
Darn it.
He was lucky enough just to.
That's pretty much well it too. It's all you get.
Mm-hmm.
How's your computer working today, Valerie?
Seems to be doing all right.
That's good.
Okay, 5,652,000.
There you go. I sent you some pictures there, Todd. And everybody else.
I'm like, ding, 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 ding.
5,682,103.
Huh?
What?
I'm looking at the serial number chart. That would put it manufactured in 1893.
Sweet.
Holy cow.
Oh, and on the back, that's like pressed up against the mechanism there, it says Wadsworth warranted 20 years.
Yeah, when I see that, it's probably not gold. It's probably gold plated.
But it's not working. Like, I can't get it to. Oh, how cool. When I wind it, those little things go. Watch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Huh.
Todd, I've never seen the inside of a watch before, so bear with me here.
Probably a broken mainspring. It needs to be serviced, which would cost between $100 and $200.
Woo.
Well, how much is this worth not doing that? Is it worth more than the $10 I paid for it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's see.
Oh, she really wants to know.
I have no resistance when I'm winding this.
And
Yeah.
mainsprings are one of the weakest parts of a pocket watch. And it's got their little vest chains, so not working. I don't know. Start it high, but it should be between $50 and $100.
Okay. Cool. I'm happy with that.
If you don't see an 18K or 14K anywhere on the watch, then
No.
it is 99.3% sure it's not gold.
I mean, I could test it with that gold tester I have.
Yeah, but
Usually it's going to say something though,
Right.
right? I mean, it's going to say that
I got an opal necklace from that auction. I do not see any markings at all on it, and it tested for 10K.
Huh.
Well, thank you, Todd.
yeah, just go on the Elgin.
Yeah, Tim asked how much for it working.
Huh?
Well, if it's recently been serviced, it's probably worth $150.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you at least $100 to get it serviced, depending on. You shop around and find a good, inexpensive watch repair person.
How much for not working?
He said 50 to 100, right?
Yeah.
I would put $99.95 for best offer, and then I give you some wiggle room to jockey back and forth with your buyer.
Not bad.
Take the first $75 offer you get.
Enhance mode. Let me.
Isn't this something like Hermione's necklace or something? It's this symbol, and then like
pull it back a little bit. Put your hand behind it.
Oh wait.
It's
I don't know.
No, you're okay.
And then this one says always.
Hey, Todd.
The movement is the number I need. Let's see. Is that the 5?
I don't know, Sally.
I don't know.
It doesn't look.
The movement has a different number. That's the number I need.
I don't know what symbol that is.
Have you still got it open?
Yeah.
What's the number on the movement? That's the serial number of the watch, not the one.
It is. Oh my God. 235 27 664.
Okay, that's a different year. Hang on.
I didn't know that Hermes had a symbol. See how much I know.
Not Hermes, but like Hermione from Harry Potter.
Oh, okay.
That's the frig me running. What is the name of that damn book?
That was it.
I don't think it was that.
Give me a second.
Hey, Todd.
That watch was made in 1919. I told you wrong.
Todd, this anytime I put my gold tester on like this part and the whole this part, it says 12K. The chain says not gold, but this part says 12K.
It may have very thick plating.
Okay. Yeah, it says hold on.
So a scratch test may not work either. It may give you a false positive if you don't get past the
48.1%. 12K.
Sorry, I can't find that.
I don't know. Maybe there's a mark that I can't see or something. There's a lot of little numbers all over the place.
Yeah. Well.
Morning, Tom.
Good morning.
Morning, Tom.
If it acid tests gold, then yeah, go ahead and take it to the jeweler and see if it's gold, because that would be a significant amount of gold.
Yeah, I don't think I have an acid test anymore ever since I got this thing. Hello, I paid $500 for this thing. I didn't think I would need acid.
Sally, that's the Deathly Hollows, that pendant.
Okay.
From Harry Potter.
Yeah, but Bridget, it's supposed to be marked then. Look closer all over the gold parts of the watch. Inside, outside, everywhere.
Yeah, I'll have to look with, I don't have my loop right now, so I'll have to look with that.
It's 41% sure that it's 12K.
It says 48.1%, 12K.
Huh.
Well, maybe it is gold. Woohoo!
I'll look around though closer for a mark. A little bit.
It's supposed to have a mark.
Okay.
Unless it's like rubbed off from where.
Morning, Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
I don't even know if Elgin made it 12K. Let me look.
He's gonna be stuck on that watch all day long. You should have did this yesterday, Bridget. You're a challenge.
No,
well, I knew if anybody would know anything, it would be Todd.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. It is true.
That's why I asked in the messenger if he was still awake last night.
Oh, they took better pictures. Yay.
There's lots of 12K gold filled.
It could be.
Which gold filled is a thicker plating than regular gold plating.
Right.
Which the 1919 would make sense because the patent date on here is October 9th, 1917. And she had it engraved 1921. So that would make sense.
That one's done.
Can't believe your machine would be off.
It's been on, like, when I test things I know, like it's 14K or whatever, it comes right on. I mean, it's pretty good.
Pretty accurate.
Yeah.
$500, it better be perfect. Know it all.
No question, huh?
All right. Dang it. Oh, Sally got food.
I'm about 65% it's gold plated.
Okay. Well, if it's really thick gold plated, it probably would read it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
That machine you have is supposed to measure the electromagnetism of the metal that it's made from.
Mm-hmm.
And it should go all the way through.
Well,
so
I don't know.
Finding it strange that your machine would misread that.
Exactly, Mr. Sadie. Mr. Sadie said for $500, it should tell you what you had for breakfast. It should make you breakfast for $500.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's her gold tester.
Yeah, my gold tester.
It's a good kit, though.
I got this Jamoro gold tester.
But it tests more than just gold, though. It does more for you, don't it?
No, it's gold and platinum.
Yeah.
It doesn't do any gemstones or anything, right?
Mm-mm.
That would be nice if it did.
Oh, that would be really nice. But yeah. All right.
Sold any Barbies?
Huh? Yes.
Sold any Barbies?
I just sold some more. So I think I'm up to 4 now.
Wow.
Sweet.
Yeah, but you listed 5,000.
126 Barbies, including the multiples, is what I listed yesterday.
Good God.
So
You competing with Todd now?
yeah. I'm gonna put this back in the dome.
No, she way passed me up.
I was
Todd?
waiting for her to say, don't wear any clothes and socks and stuff. Like, okay, Bridget, you're turning into Todd now. I know the people we hang around, we start looking like and acting like, but dang.
The problem is I still probably have another 100, 140 to do.
Wow.
All right, you got to stop hanging around Todd. You're not allowed to talk to Todd no more.
But hey, they're selling, and they're selling for more than what I
Good.
kind of said my average had to be. So
Well, good.
yeah.
Hey, that's good though. I know I saw those Barbies. So there's no way she's gonna get all those Barbies. Dang, she didn't start sending pictures like, damn.
Well, the problem is I walked into the auction and Fernie, the auctioneer, said, "So you ready to buy some Barbies?" I said, "Nope, I'm not buying any Barbies." So the more I was
jinxed yourself there.
as I was bidding, he was laughing.
And guess what? She's gonna go back next week and get some Mo.
The 26th. The 26th. Chris said if we don't start selling them, though, we're not going back and getting Mo. So
Mo, not it's Mo. M-O.
Mo.
No.
Lord have mercy.
So, Todd, when I sell this watch, should I sell it with the dome?
Well, that's up to you. Doesn't matter.
Tim says, watches, Barbies, you got any doll socks?
That's what I was waiting for. When she started sending pictures of doll socks in the message, Tim, she had to be cut off from Todd. There was no choice.
Well, what if I told you I do have some?
Okay, you cannot, Todd. You and Bridget can no longer speak to each other.
No, I did not get Ariel.
Is that when you went to Syracuse?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, not really Syracuse, but outside of Syracuse.
Okay.
But yeah.
That was good. You got a lot of them, though. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Somebody right now call 911 for Lori because she doesn't have a hat on.
Oh,
no.
And I've never seen Lori without a hat on.
Somebody stole her hat.
I couldn't decide which one to wear today. I just got out of the shower a little while ago.
Your hair looks good.
It does look good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yes, I really do have hair. Today it's actually behaving. Normally it's got this cowlick thing going on. It looks like a pompadour, so I don't mess with that.
You look good, Lori.
Thank you.
I like your widow's peak.
Well, that's the tame part of it. Usually, if I go to bed with a wet head, that cow looks like way up here. So on goes the hat. So I took my shower this morning. I was too tired last night. Everybody have a good weekend.
Go ahead, Lori.
I said, everybody have a good weekend.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's good.
We got about 8 inches of snow this weekend. Nothing compared to where Nikki lives, but still, we got it all. Everything we didn't get for Christmas we got on Saturday. So
Yeah.
It's supposed to be 65 here this weekend.
That's here 70. We're gonna be at 70 on Saturday.
It's like 27 now, but I think Wednesday is supposed to be up to like 40 something. I'm like, see, I told you.
Yeah.
There's no boots next. I mean, that's just.
We're 40 right now. We're supposed to be 70 Friday night, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
40 all week.
Kathy, they're going to kick us off this show. They've got 8 inches of snow up there. You know, Valerie was shoveling snow this past weekend, and we're talking about, oh my, let's put the boat in the water and go out to be
Ain't no swimming. What you talking about? No, still cold. It's just wet and rainy here.
I had to drop my kids off at school this morning, and while I was at college this morning, my kids are big, I stopped by a Goodwill that I normally don't go to because it's kind of off the beaten path, and I did some Christmas shopping thrifting.
Wow.
Both of these are new in the box. One of them is an elephantastic pyramids. They're wooden blocks that you stack up, and if you can get it stacked up, you know, it's for like motor control for children. And the other one is a Barbie wooden magnetic doll set.
We're ready to kick Todd off the show.
And if they don't sell, I have a niece that'll be 3 a great niece that'll be 3 this year. So that's what she's getting for Christmas. Educational toys.
And if it sells, then you're going to find something else, right?
I'll have to find something else.
There you go.
But I thought, well, my first thought was, we'll get, because we don't have little kids anymore, and you know, Santa Claus is just give me a $200 gift card and we'll call it good.
Mm-hmm.
So the little ones we splurge on the great nieces and great nephews.
This one says 925 Mexico.
Oh, that's pretty.
Oh.
Ooh, that is beautiful.
I like that color.
What is that? I mean, did you buy a lot of jewelry or something, Sally?
Yeah, well, I've been like collecting jewelry like for years, and I think this is like some of my personal pieces, but that
is really pretty. I really like that.
That's real gothy looking.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I would
small,
wear,
or steampunky.
Do you know what size that is?
a 6.
Yeah.
Be a pinky ring.
Never mind.
I was gonna say that would fit my pinky.
I know.
Never mind.
Yeah, my pinky too.
Too big of a ring for that finger.
Did somebody just get one of those ring sizer gizmos?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The husband beaters.
I've got one of those.
It's called a mandrel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you beat them. I need one of those.
Oh, guess what? Teresa passed her test, her national test, with a 97%.
Oh, good. Good job, Teresa.
She was like, "Oh my God, I thought I was going to get like a 70," and I said, I read the paper. I said, "You got a 97%." So now she can go anywhere in the nation and that has to deal with food service and be a manager.
Oh, good.
Sweet.
Certified dietary manager, then something /CCP, something, I don't know what that part means, but
You know, it's good that they're doing these national, these national exams, because you know it used to be a nurse had to be registered in every state, right. And now, they can take that national exam and go anywhere, and it's more and more professions are doing that.
She said it was hard, very, very hard. I said, well, they don't make it easy, because then everybody'd be doing it.
Yeah.
But
I posted it on my Facebook, but somebody posted this thing that says when your kids are too old but they still want an Easter basket, and there's a boy and girl, they look like they're maybe 13 to 16, sitting on a couch with a laundry basket, and it's got cleaning products and
I seen that. And they get mad.
They did look bad.
They're expecting chocolate bunnies and footballs, I guess. I still get my kids Easter baskets, but it's got stuff that they need in it, like deodorant. So they get a little bit of candy, then they get like a little care package with it. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was laughing about Valerie in the chat. She's being simple. Funny too.
I got too many grandbabies to give kids anything. I eat all the grandbaby stuff.
Yeah.
The kids are SOL. You grown. Get your own candy. The grandkids money more.
Bridget, what were you doing up so late last night?
She's on mute.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
She sent Todd a text about 9:30 last night. She's usually in bed by 8.
She's probably messed with all those Barbies she bought. Whew, too many Barbies.
Too many eyes.
Yeah. Too creepy.
What's that? Small soldiers that or the where the toys all come to life and
yeah. Yeah, I'm good. I don't like the dolls. I don't even like the stuffed animals sometimes. It's like, yeah, I'm good. And sure not bringing in one of those creepy looking real life dolls. Yep.
Oh yeah.
That'll go straight to the donation pile. I don't care how much it's worth.
I don't like dolls. My mom got me one of the ones that crawls and talks when I was little. I was like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't play with that.
That's right, Kathy. You pay for your own damn candy.
Bridget was talking about she listed 140 Barbies yesterday, and she's talking about it last night. And I said, "There is 140 different Barbies," and she said, "Oh no, that includes multiples."
Yeah.
And she still got more to list, so there's quite a few Barbies.
Yeah. That's good though. She's selling them for more than what she had anticipated.
Yeah.
Because a lot of Barbies don't go for a whole lot anymore like they used to. How's my dog doing?
Is Valerie muted?
I think she may have went out and took her packages to the mailbox.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I'm looking at the wrong screen.
Oh. What are you looking at?
I was looking at the where the chat's at, and not Valerie, Lori. And Lori was just talking away, and I didn't hear anything.
Oh my God.
I'm muted.
Tom's in his own world.
He stays in his own world.
I am today.
When people talk, he doesn't hear a thing they say.
I am in my own little world today. It's just been a hell of a day. And it's only 10 o'clock.
You know, I'm still trying to wake up. You think
My-
I'd be awake?
My oldest son went to an anime con last night, or this past weekend, and he came back and he said, "Hey, Dad, they had a yard sale. People could just sell whatever anime stuff they wanted to, if you know." And I'm like, "Well, if you had said something of that before you went, I could have sent about 2 cases of crap that I bought that don't sell for anything." And he said, "Well, I didn't know it till I got there." But he said his friend that had a table, she sold $130 worth of stuff, and he said she didn't have a whole lot.
Oh.
So I said, "Well, you just missed out on a big old take, then, boy. You need to start checking that out."
Yeah.
Because I got DVDs and all that kind of stuff that I've got out of these blessed storage units.
I gotta get to listing today.
Kathy, you got any auctions on the hook?
No, not really. Just looking at those pads they got up listed, but that's about it. Trying to keep the supply down for right now, so when we move, it'll be easy.
Did you say you have found the place you're going to move to?
Yeah, we found a couple. We just hadn't tied nothing down yet.
Are you moving to Florida or are you staying in Mississippi yet?
Staying in Mississippi right now, probably about another year, maybe 2 years at the most. I'm ready to go to Florida, but it's just the finance situation right now with his dad passing and everything.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, let's just stay in Mississippi maybe another year, maybe a year and a half, and then we'll head down to Florida. I'm ready to go. I won't be. I want to sit out the beach and do the morning show with y'all.
Jim said if he lived in Mississippi, he'd never leave it. When we went down there, he liked it there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. We're judging it on a one-time experience.
Yeah, it's one time. Yeah, I don't like to leave either. I love it here. I mean, I've moved away a couple times and came back. So
yeah,
but I was born and raised here, so I know Mississippi. But Florida is just, it's the beach, Mississippi beach. Yeah, I'll take the beach.
And you live in like North Mississippi, right?
I do now. Yeah.
Or Tennessee.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to live down on the coast area, down by Long Beach, by the beach area.
Yeah.
And we moved up here when the casinos opened up back in '95. So we've been here since then.
So you missed the big hurricane.
Oh yeah, my family was down there when that came through. So I kept in touch with them. My daughter was still down there, and we went down about 2 weeks after and went and got her and my mom and them. But we went down there and saw it. It was horrible. I'm glad we left when we did.
Yeah.
Our old house got messed up that we used to live in. So. But I closed down plenty of casinos through hurricane season down there. That was simple. And then open them right back up. That was the crazy part. People standing at the door, beating on the door. When are you going to open up? Like,
Jim used to work at a grocery store on Christmas Eve because they'd shut it. There was a 24-hour grocery store, but on Christmas Eve they'd close at like 9. At 6. Oh, at 6. You'd have to kick the people out of the store, and they'd like fight you. Like, no, you're 24 hours. Like they just didn't want to leave.
There were these old people pushing shopping carts, like maybe one tub of margarine in it or something. They had nowhere else to go. They're like, what? It's a holiday? They don't even know. It's like it's Christmas Eve. I got to drive 3 hours to my in-laws' house. Will you please get the frick out of my store? It's Christmas Eve, you stupid.
I can't wait till I get to that point where I don't know what way. I already am halfway to that point of not
knowing. We turned off the lights. We start turning off the lights, and people are complaining they can't see. We can't see. Well, the store's closed. 2.5 hours before we got the last person out. 2.5 hours.
Oh my gosh!
And I had to drive another 3 hours to go to the in-laws for my Christmas celebration because I had to work Christmas night.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I mean, it just sucked. I used to hate the holidays.
Oh, I would too.
Back in the old days, nothing was open on Christmas Day. Nothing.
Yeah, I remember there was nothing open on Sunday.
Yeah,
I worked there. We reopened at 6 p.m. and I had to be there, but I also got double pay because it was Christmas Day, so I wasn't complaining.
I remember when I was a kid, we had a Century's grocery store, and they started being open on Sunday, and people were like, "Oh my God, I can't believe that Century's is open on Sunday. Can you believe it?" Anyway.
Oh, I know. Things have changed, that's for sure.
People say, "Well, people need to have stores open on Sundays, and because that's what they're used to." Well, people will adapt.
True. Okay, we have like stores that are open 24 hours, like where I live. But my post office is, if you had to go into the lobby, is open from 9:30 to 4. If you worked a regular 8 to 5 job, how the hell would you ever go into the lobby at the post office?
Yeah.
I guess if you
had you'd have to go on your lunch.
Yeah, I mean, that's insane to me. But anyway, my rant's over.
Jim was talking about the little people with their one tub of margarine in their buggies. The first time I ever went into a Publix was in Fort Lauderdale, and I swear my ankles that were bleeding before I could get out of there from the little old ladies running into my ankles with their shopping carts.
Oh my God, Jim did that once to me as a joke. I'm standing in line. He wants to bump me with the cart, but he hits me right.
No, I lost. It got on my hand. It slipped out
sure
my
it
hand.
did. Okay.
I can murder people for less than that.
Yeah, it hit me right in the ankle, and it hurt. What did I say? I think I was like in the store. I'm like, "What the f are you doing?"
I came up real fast, like I was gonna hit her, and then I went to stop real fast. But for some reason, the handle was slippery. The damn cart slipped out my hands. It was heavy, and nails her in the ankles. I'm like, "Oh man,
you're in trouble."
Oh man.
And what do you say? You don't even have. What can you say? Okay, I'm an idiot. I mean, there's no good excuse.
Yeah, you should have said yes. I'm an idiot.
Well,
you know, these little ladies would run into my ankles, and then they would look at me like, what am I doing in their way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was that they had this table, like one of these banquet tables, set up, and they had all these samples of cookies. And there was, of course, an old man who was kind of like monitoring the table for Publix. And this old lady, she was standing there and she was looking them over like she was looking over a diamond display. And he said, "Look, lady, they're all sugar cookies. Just get one."
Be on your way.
When old people start pissing off the other old people.
My God. Speaking of like free, so Jim's like, "Oh, we should try that." I don't eat fried chicken, but he does. He's like, "They have a Lee's chicken down there in Kentucky that has a buffet." He's like, "Oh, we should try that one day." So I'm like, I'm gonna go check it on Yelp. It gets like 1 star, and it consistently is like dirty, whatever. But the one complaint was that some old guy went up there, got some food, didn't like it, and put it back into the
bite. Yeah.
Took a bite and put it back into the buffet. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
They didn't do anything, and then the chicken was undercooked. And Jim's like, "All right, I'm not eating there."
There's a Lee's down in Rock Hill, and it used to have the best chicken in town. I haven't eaten there in years. Because you could get fried chicken gizzards and fried chicken livers.
Yeah, they have that on there. Jim likes fried chicken livers.
If they're good, I mean, it's got to be fresh and it's got to be clean place.
Yeah.
I don't like when they're frying the chicken in old grease and stuff.
There is a Shell station. Actually, there's 2 of them. They're owned by the same people, and they have like a little deli inside there, and they fry chicken and stuff like that. They have the best fried chicken livers and onions you have ever put in your mouth. And I say that, and people are in the chatter over there puking their guts up, I bet.
Yeah.
We had one over here in Franklin that did a roasted chicken liver, and they were really good. Like
Mr. Sadie says chicken livers are the best catfish bait.
That's true too. Especially if you put them in strawberry jello.
Really? Mm-hmm. We don't got catfish up here. We got bullheads, but we don't got catfish.
Well, we had some big old catfish down here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't got them.
They have coast up like 20 feet long down here behind me.
It sounds like a whale shark.
I'm serious, girl. Down below the dam, like right above the dams, especially down on Lake Marion, they catch some whoppers down there now. There's people who go out catfishing. They go out catfishing in offshore boats with the fighting gear.
We've got divers here that were working on the Brent Spence Bridge that refused to go down and weld because of the size of the catfish down there.
Really?
Yeah. So they look like great white sharks.
Is this like in Europe when they say those Wells catfish eat people?
Oh, they were huge. My nephew.
Well, I haven't heard of anybody eating any people, but there's some pretty damn big
In
ones.
Europe, they say they do. They get those big, gigantic ones, and they say like small people and that they were eating them. I don't know if it's a wives' tale, but
my nephew caught a 94-pound blue cat a couple summers ago, and this thing, he's as tall as I am, and I'm almost 6 foot, and he was holding it up like this, and it was still dragging the ground. It was huge.
Wow.
It had a head. I know it was every bit that it could have ate a small child. I mean,
thank you, Lori, for backing me up here.
Oh,
all right.
These Yankees don't know squat.
Well, you're telling a little bit of fish stories. I've seen those videos where those catfish will like eat like birds and stuff.
They've got the big shovel heads down in the Ohio River. Those things are huge. I've had one pull me down the bank where I got a hold of one. It's like, I'm done.
Oh boy.
There was a guy down on Lake Marion, which is our biggest lake, and this guy ran a catfish. He'd take you out catfishing, and he had celebrities and people from all over the world could come in and go fishing with him. Because if you've ever caught a small catfish, you know they can pull like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we go catfishing go pay laking all the time in summer.
Now I know you all think I'm probably crazy, but
she wants a noodle.
I want a noodle. I want to do it.
Yeah, I do think you're crazy.
That's one of the things that I want to do.
You want to what?
I want to go fish noodling. Catfish noodling.
No,
I would do that where they have like a catfish farm raised. So you don't get into snapping turtles and stuff because you don't want to get a hold of one.
No.
Right. I mean, I would definitely, want to go with somebody that did it and, knew what to do, that could instruct me and all that. But I still want to do it.
What is that?
It's where you stick your arm in a catfish hole.
Oh,
and they bite down on your arm, and then you pull them out.
Because I would end up finding a damn
turtle,
gar or something.
We got some big gar up here too. What they call the alligator gar.
Yeah.
You got alligator gar all the way up there in Ohio?
Oh yeah, they're meaner than shit.
I didn't know they were that far north.
Uh-huh.
Do they got muskies in there by you, Lori? Do they plant the
Lake Erie's full of muskie.
Yeah.
Caesars Creek's full of muskie. And I'm trying to think of one of the other lakes around. Houston Woods Lake's got a bunch of muskie in it.
Yeah, I know like in Kentucky, I think like Cave Run Lake and maybe on Green River Lake, they have a muskie tournament there.
Mm-hmm. They're mean little fish too.
Oh, they're a predator.
But my favorite fish is catching catfish. If you hear that clicker start reeling, it's like, oh yeah, it's on. Oh, wait.
I didn't even know I sold this. I better pack it.
Oh boy.
I finally got all my LED lights situated in my office.
That's good.
After I fought with them for 2 days.
Yes, Valerie, I want to jump out of a plane too.
Yeah, I can change my color.
Yeah, I've got a few little bucket list things that I got on my list.
Karen at the beach says she likes my red vest back here in the background. Well, Karen, for the right price, you can be the owner of that pretty red vest.
It's a big one.
Yeah, it's a 3X. You know, we were supposed to get snow and freezing wet rain this weekend, and we didn't get squat. Thank goodness.
Wow, that's crazy, Frankie. She said, so I'm looking at solds on eBay, come across an item with a full paragraph in the description about their shipping policy. Then it says their rates went up due to eBay, so complain to them. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Yeah, you complain all you want, but I mean, it is what it is. Everything goes up. You know, that's just the way of the world.
Yeah, and if you can't deal with it, you need to go get your job.
Yep.
Because anybody that's managed a business before knows, all this kind of crap pops up all the flipping time.
Yep. It's life. It's just the way it is. You accept it and you move on.
Oh,
I don't think there's any reason why you should have to put that in your listing, in your description.
Back when one of the oil lines got busted and fuel prices went to in Charlotte, it went up to $4 a gallon for regular unleaded. If you shipped something, everybody had a daggum surcharge on it.
Mm-hmm.
Valerie, if you and Valerie go parachuting while she's out there, you've got to make sure you put the video out.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
I wouldn't do. I know it costs extra to do a video, but I wouldn't do it without.
That LL Bean shirt, I guess it must be in a box. I thought it was in there. It's not me. I didn't grab it outside.
Hey, you know what, Valerie? I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea. Morning, Julie. Happy Monday. Mary says, I got a question down south. Do you have more than one electric company to choose from?
Yeah, we do. We have two, depending on what area you live in here.
We have co-ops down here, plus major ones like Duke. Duke pretty much has everything, and then there's your co-op. The different counties have electrical co-ops.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we only have two. We have two bigger ones. Olive Branch, and they certain counties in ours have one to use, and then a different section have a different one to use.
When I moved, I only had one choice, so that's who I went with.
There are a lot of people like that, though.
Yeah, it's like that in Wisconsin, actually.
Yeah.
Wisconsin.
Which I didn't think they were allowed to do stuff like that, but I don't know. Shit.
Actually, I got down there. I mean, the electric. Well, and we don't have the heating season we have, but actually, it's cheaper down there than up here.
Oh, that's good.
It's one of those rural electric co-op companies. So
right.
You can have a monopoly if it's a utility, but they have to answer to a commission. There's going to be a state commission or whatever that they get, audited by and make so they're charging fairly. But yeah, you can. That's the only place you can really have a monopoly is utilities.
Yeah. Now, I know Memphis here, they have, it's called Memphis Light, Water, and Gas. And now they're outrageous. They're stupid outrageous. Summertime, your light bill is $600, $700.
Wow.
which is retarded. But I don't live in that area, thank God.
So
My power bill is usually that much during the summer because I refuse to sit in my house and sweat.
So when you're running
My
the air
fat behind
conditioning
is not perspiring.
when you're running the air conditioning in the hottest part of summer, what's your electric bill run you, Tom?
About $225.
Oh, that ain't bad. $225 with your air running hard.
Yeah, like 69 degrees, 68 degrees.
Oh, that ain't bad. Shit, right now up here with my heat bill's probably down, but bad parts of winter I'll have, my natural gas comes on my utility, I'll have a $400 bill.
Holy cow!
Lord,
it runs up because of the.
Well, I got tank heaters going and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but also
the furnace.
The furnace
fan and the furnace. That electric. That motor's a huge draw. It's pushing a fan that blows air all the way through your house. So, it runs up
But back after we bought this house, we went to this thing. They feed you dinner and you listen to their sales spiel. And we had this. We bought this. It's a film, and it must be like a 64th of an inch thick silver. Sort of feels like cardboard stuff. I don't know whether it's really has worked as well as they say it does, but we think it has because we can lose power here during when it's freezing, and we'll lose maybe 5 degrees inside this house in a 12-hour period. The houses on both sides of us, they'll lose 20 degrees in the same amount of temperature, in the same amount of time. So that was back when they were, everything's got to be, you need to make your house as energy efficient as possible. But yeah, I'm not going to be sweating sitting inside my house as long as I got some money in the bank.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way about heat. I don't care. I really don't care what I have to rent it at as long as I'm comfortable. And gotta keep things from freezing. I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do.
Sweet Daddy is just not going to sweat. That's how there is to it.
You ain't so sweet when you're sweating.
Yeah, my wife says, "What have you got the air conditioning set on? 69? Well, turn it up." No, ma'am.
I don't like sweat either.
Well, that's good, Kathy. I mean, you might, yeah. I mean, So, do you have like a hematoma or something, where blood's pooling? I mean, that could definitely be an issue, but as long as you've got somebody keeping an eye out on it, I think that's from our accident.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get in an accident like that, you really got to watch yourself. Because things will pop up later.
Yep.
Yes, Valerie. Texas Valerie. That's Texas Valerie, right? Etc. Emporium.
Yep, that's her.
Okay. If I want it, I'll pay for it. If I don't want it, but you want to sell it, you better get on the price.
What are you paying for if you want?
She says, and people like Thomas keep us in business. Love people like him.
Oh.
So I'm guessing
like, if I want it, I'll pay for it. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about?
Heating and air conditioning. Her husband's like in the heating and air conditioning business.
Yeah.
That's what she's talking about.
Oh, is it?
Well, it sounded like he was talking about something else, maybe.
Well, that's that's a good business to be in. The heating and air conditioning. I think you had moved on to something else, Valerie. I mean, Bridget, but heating and air conditioning and plumbing is the business to be in.
There's not a lot of plumbers out there anymore. Those professions, there's not a lot of people looking to get into that.
Because it's not a doctor or a lawyer or an architect or something like that. But by God, you'll spend $500 to get your dadgum air conditioner turned back on, or at least I will. Or heating.
Seriously, is that me again?
No, it's fine. Going through.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting still to get the notification that Valerie went live yesterday. I'll get that in a little bit today, I'm sure.
Here, I'm going through them now. It's got me in the cycle.
Mine starts as soon as I start.
Another one? When do we do that? If we didn't go to Menards after that auction, so do we go to Menards after you come back from Kentucky?
Yeah, no, before.
I don't remember seeing it anymore.
What truck's gonna pay for it?
Well, then it doesn't sponsor on the car, and it's
Is this what my $5 filter?
Shut up! Maybe it's in the car and it didn't come out. Maybe it got kind of covered up. But the table in there, so that would sort of suck.
Oh my God!
I know. I'm mute. Yep. It's gonna go through the cycle.
Yeah, mine does that too.
Jim, I was expecting you to call Tara and say, "Baby, I can't get home. The snow's 3 feet deep down here. It's gonna be at least a month before I can get back up there."
No, he's got work to do. I think he's going back down next week. We got to go tomorrow. We won some stuff on an online auction last night. We got to pick that up tomorrow. I got to bring down I got to go get some round bales of hay, and then we'll load up the box truck, and then he'll probably go back down next week.
It goes like this: you drive down, you get there around 7, 8 o'clock at night. You fix some of the stuff that you didn't get done the last time you were there, like straighten up stuff inside the house. Then you go get the place ready where you're gonna put the stuff, because when we bought it, they said we had to take the stuff that was there, the junk. So you gotta remove junk from where you're gonna put the stuff. Now and that takes a day. So then the next day, you wolf down your breakfast. You gotta really rush. You gotta get out there day 2. You gotta get out there and unload the truck, which is gonna take all day. And then that night, I put the stuff on the porch that's actually going into the house. I get that stuff inside the house and most of it where it's supposed to go. And then day 3, I wake up at 6 or about 5:30 in the morning, get in the truck and start driving home.
Where do you like to eat breakfast at up there?
What's that, Tom?
I said, where do you like to eat breakfast up there? Or do you just like
in the kitchen? and eat right out of the frying pan.
I didn't know whether you had a stove up there or anything.
No, we got food in the house. Because otherwise, if he goes to town, it takes you 12 minutes to drive to town, 12 minutes to drive back. That's a half hour. And then by the time you start around in town, you'll be gone for like an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I mean, it's kind of crazy. I mean, everything is time management. It's like minutes. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm wasting minutes here. I could be doing this. I could be doing that. Everything is like, if somebody's talking to me, like one of the neighbors or something will stop me or something. I'm like, oh my God, can you see I got so much time? Like, you're going to throw me off my schedule. Get the hell off my yard. Anyway.
And you help
crazy.
those guys cut those trees.
Oh yeah, they're cutting down the trees and the trees are falling on the road. They need to get the road cleared right away. So they help them with that. That killed about an hour and a half, 2 hours. So it's like.
Well, the way January is blasting through, y'all will be packing up to move down there before too long.
Well,
it's hard to believe that January is half over.
It won't be long. This spring's gonna fly by.
Well, that's what I was just saying. January is half over. This month is the time will fly by.
Well, we've done 4 loads now. We got 4 trucks down there.
What, sugar? What is it?
That's crazy, Grandma Magic Classic. That is just nuts.
But they're a crazy company, that's for sure. They do the same thing with us. Like they don't give us a bill for so long, and then all of a sudden we'll get a bill, and it's like 2 or 3 or 4 months of a bill.
And send her a heat bill for 6 months, and then they just send her a bill for $800.
They changed over to the wireless meters where they can drive down the road and it automatically pings.
So we have
your electric meter. The first month we got a bill for $1,450.
Oh my
Holy
God.
moly!
What the hell?
Roberta said something's wrong. I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "We got a power bill for $1,450." So they ended up just charging us an average of what our power bill was.
Wow.
Because they had a technical difficulty.
You think? Yeah. Just a little bit more technical. Whoa.
Because the only way we would have a $1,400 power bill is that if we had somebody that was on life support in this house and we had to keep it hot or we had to keep it cold. And, we had a bunch of machinery going. We had a lamp. That you touch and it would turn on.
Mm.
And my little girl cat, she learned that if she touched it, the light would come on. So our lights was going on and off all the time.
Did you watch Daddy's Home too, Tom?
No, I didn't. I didn't see
that.
that.
You should really watch it. It's really funny. It's really good. But they have this whole thing where the little kids messing with the thermometer. She's like turning it up to like 80 and then opening the windows because she likes a breeze in the middle of winter. And they're like freaking out how, kids don't touch the thermometer. Anyway, it was really funny.
I'd have ripped her head off. Me and her would have fought in that hallway, and I'd have beat her.
If you haven't seen the movie, it's really good. Mel Gibson is really good in it and stuff. It's funny.
That was a really good movie.
That was really good.
I really like that one.
Yeah, me and her would have been fighting in that hallway. She'd have been a tied up little girl in that little room with the window open with being cold. You little heifer. Beat her upside her head.
DSS would have been on you.
That's okay. I'd have told him, look, either you take her to your house. So I would have done it. $500. Insanity. See, our water bill and our heat bill are together. So in the summertime, our light bill goes down, our water bill goes down, our light bill goes up. Winter, it's opposite. That's how they charge you more for the water than they would the heat.
Yeah, I've never had a water bill.
I wish I didn't.
And actually, where we bought in Kentucky, I could hook up to the city water, but I got a well, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I'd stay on that well. I love well water. This is the best.
Yeah.
I hate the city water. We used to, when I was younger, we lived in Alabama, Coleman, Alabama, and we had one of those wells where you had to actually go out there and pump it.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
I
wow.
enjoyed it. That was some of the best water. It is hooked into the house, but you can also go out there and pump it and, and pull it up from the well bottom. It was actually really good water. I could go back into those days. Not unless it's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold or not.
City water always just tastes so chlorinated to me.
Yeah.
Well, come to Greenville and you won't taste no chlorination. You'll look like pea water.
Yeah.
Greenville, Mississippi looks like pea water. It's like, I don't know what, they can't get their water straight. It's always been nasty though. But yeah, I'm like you. It's like, and then there are certain areas it's not safe to drink water in. It's like when we went to Arizona, they said don't drink the water, drink nothing but bottled water. And they even said give the dog bottled water. Don't drink that water there 'cause it's bad. I'm like, okay, yeah.
That's scary because if you can't drink it, what happens when you're taking a shower in it?
I know. That's what tell me. Well, they even have those. They have like these stations, and it's really cool. But it's like water stations, like just out like grocery parking lots where you can go up and drive up and just fill it up, and fill like either a container. It's like a quarter for like a 1 liter bottle or like a gallon bottle, and then the bigger they go, of course, some more. But it helps because they have such homeless people there.
Oh, so yeah.
They can get water that way too. But it's also to help with the others, drinking water. So it's actually kind of cool. But yeah, I have to have clean, good water. Blech. Not so bad here, but where we used to live at, it was. Yeah, Vegas water is the worst. It is horrible. Ugh. That one you have to definitely drink water. You have to drink big bottle of water. We usually get a case of water at Walgreens when we used to go. So we'd have to stay a week with his work. So either that or just drink alcohol the whole time. You ain't got to worry about it. You'll never know the difference. That's what they say. That's why everybody drinks there so much. Can't drink the water.
You have to go tonight or no?
They don't make it. I'll just have these over.
What is this?
Oh, you got a shirt, you got that rabbit. And that.
He got the plastic wrap.
No, and I didn't see him with the full roll. He stabbed that a little bit on it. Yeah, unless it's buried in our car. I got that table.
I keep using pirate ship, Hank. I haven't been messing with the eBay pirate shipping for a long time. I send out a lot of small items, so it's cheaper for me that way. Huh. Is anybody else having problems with their shipping?
No.
I'll let you know in just a minute.
No, I've been all day and I haven't had any issues.
No?
They switched my thing where if I do a first class label, the shipping page looks different than if I do a regular priority label.
Huh.
I don't know what that is about.
Yeah, Hank, I did the same thing too. I hadn't really been. Mine looks the same though. I don't know. I know I've been getting a lot of. I had to go back and call eBay on a couple of late shipping rates. They said that hadn't shipped in over 3 months. It had been shipped out, delivered in 3 days. So I've been having that with mine too.
I gotta order some boxes.
Well, Hank, I'm sorry. Hank on no sleep. Yeah.
Hank, I wasn't talking about you a while ago when I was talking about the little old ladies running over your ankles at Publix in Florida.
That's crazy.
Uh-oh.
What is that?
That was my alarm clock.
Oh.
Sally, it's time to get up.
Wake up, Sally.
Get
Time to
up.
get up. Rise and shine.
Over here.
Not until about 12 hours from now.
Oh, I do gotta see this. I have to see something.
It's just today's
Sally,
red Saturday.
what you got going on today?
Oh, just doing my jewelry thing and try and get my desk cleaned up a little bit today and maybe a few things listed, but I'm not gonna try and stress too much about the listing today. And
Yep.
more work on my jewelry and get my desk cleaned up.
Yeah.
That's about it. How about you?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, I'm trying to get some stuff moved over from my eBay to my Etsy store, so I'm working on that. And then get some listing done. I'm gonna go into the other room and see what I can find as far as electronics. I'm gonna list some of those and kind of change it up today a little bit. And I don't know what else I got going on. Take it as it comes, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Uh-oh. That don't sound no good.
No.
Everybody's just working on my last good road today.
Uh-oh. Get more lowball offers.
No, my wife and my children.
Sometimes it's worse than lowball offers.
It can be.
Well, my oldest son is sick, and he insisted on going, so he didn't miss a class this morning. So he texted me, he said, I'm sitting in the very back corner by myself. Because he's just coughing and sneezing, but you know how that can lead to other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes, we do.
my wife's like, is he going to be okay? He's 21 years old, almost 22 years old. He's going to have to run the cowboy the hell up.
No.
When they were little, I babied them. They're not little anymore. They're 20, just time to be big boys.
That's never going to happen, Tom. I'll go ahead and let you know now.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well give it up.
They're always our babies.
Yes.
It's true.
And we'll always want to take care of them constantly.
Yep. Even when they're sick. And
Yes, I know, and I worry about them going out on their own and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? They got to try.
Daddy needs time by himself.
What?
He would.
It is time for them to cowboy up.
Time to what? Cowboy.
Yeah, actually, the one is $5 less, Jim. The one that's $5 less, I think. No, I really don't want to answer your question. Nothing.
Tara,
Yeah,
my niece has got all the horses,
yeah.
or she's got a couple of baby pygmy goats now.
Oh, yeah. I used to have a goat. But you know what I'm going to give you this warning for? The one bad thing about those goats, they get squirrely, and they'll go up to the horse's tail, and they, like, rub their head in the tail, and then their horns get caught up in the tail, and then they start ripping all the tail hair out of the horse. And if you like to have nice long tails on your horse, I mean, you don't really want to have a goat ripping the tail hair out.
Well,
to lie to your quarters. No, I don't think it's the goat that's doing that. When their horse's tail is a foot shorter than all the other horses' tails.
The reason I mentioned this was she was throwing bales of hay Saturday. And in the process of throwing, one of the goats, the baby goats, walked over to the area where she was throwing the hay, bales of hay. And as she was getting ready to release the bale of hay, she saw the baby goat. And so she kind of like shifted her weight to try to throw the bale in a different direction. She ended up spinning off of her tailgate of her truck and breaking it down in 6 places.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Her husband's like, I told you those goats were going to be nothing but problems.
Oh my God. I had to go pick up a couple horses at another farm. The lady that owned the farm, she was a divorcee, you know, like middle-aged, like 50 or whatever. And she had these goats, these pygmy goats in the barn. And they had these rubber balls on their horns. I'm like, I gotta ask, why do those goats have balls on their horns? Well, because when they come in the house, they scratch up the woodwork. Okay. So I told her the horse I picked up the horse for, and she's like, yeah, you wouldn't believe it, in her bedroom. And she had a real nice house, but she's, you know, like sometimes a middle-aged woman gets divorced, she's like, I'm just gonna live my way now. Anyway, she had these goats coming in the house, and she had made this big like straw box in her bedroom so the goats could sleep in the bedroom with her and stuff. And I'm like, oh man, I don't care what, I ain't having goats live in the house. Because if you ever are around goats, as they walk, they just poop out little raisins of poop and stuff. And I'm just not gonna have that in my house. Anyway.
Oh God, that's gross.
And hey, and if those are baby goats, if she's got any boy goats, she better get them things banded right away, because otherwise they will stink to high heaven.
They're both little females.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because they pee on their beard and then they rub it all over any like corners of woodwork in the barn or whatever. And it really is pungent. It's bad.
Okay, Valerie, be sure to put in the description about the subject matter today.
Your agricultural minute. Make sure you neuter your goat or you're just gonna stink.
I don't think my aim is good enough to pee on my beard.
Well, it is so gross. Anyway.
Oh Lord.
Hey, don't knock it till you try it. That's how I landed Tara.
Oh God. Now we know. The truth comes out.
He's outside rubbing on all the corners of the house and everything with his beard.
This girl's gonna be putty in my hands.
Lord help us.
Now I know why you're divorced. You're pissing in your beard.
Oh God.
Don't let Brandon hear you tell it and say that that's what you got to do.
It's what they need to anchor kids. And we got that choice.
I love my two little cats, but that's the only animals I want in the house.
Yeah, no, I like cats are all right, but I'm not cleaning the litter box. Like Mr. Mittens, he lives outside, and now we might have a new Mrs. Mittens that lives in Kentucky. But anyway, she's also outside.
That's what children are for, Tara. I don't change the litter box either.
Yeah. Brandon's like, can we get a cat? I'm like, as long as you scoop all the cat poop out of the cat box and everything. And that was the end of the cat talk. The deal was when we got Mabel is that, okay, but if Mabel has an accident in the house, you're going to take care of it, right? Oh, yeah. I mean, he maybe cleaned up like 3. And then if Mabel had an accident in the house, it's pretty much my responsibility.
Yeah, if the dog has an accident, he stands there and points at it and screams until somebody takes care of it.
Oh, jeez. He's got a cowboy up. He's moving to Kentucky. Them country boys down there, I have a time with him.
He can be a little bit of a Lord Fauntleroy.
A what?
A little Lord Fauntleroy, you know.
Okay.
Hey, Kathy.
Yes.
How's that auction going? The scooter one.
It's up to $410.
Oh, okay.
They actually put better pictures out there this time. But 2 of them are kind of jacked up. So
now when does that end?
Looks like Wednesday.
Are you gonna bid?
Yeah.
Is another storage building like the one you got your motorcycle stuff out of?
It's the 7 mopeds he had that we were waiting for.
Ooh.
But 2 of them, it looks like they were working on, but he has the parts in a tote. But I could always part it out. But the others look like they're okay. And she got titles on them, so.
Well, you know, you can just go ahead and move to Florida.
Huh?
Go ahead and move on to Florida, and you can just start your moped rental business down there.
Well, I'm trying to get my business going here first, and I can take it all down there.
There you go.
And start there.
Are they like Hondas or something? Or are they the Chinese ones?
One's a Honda. But this is the ones we got last time. Let me see. Hang on a minute. I can't really tell. One looks like it might be a Chinese one.
Mm-hmm.
That one's taken apart. But I really can't tell on these.
Because those Chinese ones are cheap when you can import them new. Because we have a few of them.
Yeah, that's one we have that older one, that red and white one. It looks like a Vista.
Yeah.
It's an older Chinese one. It doesn't, I can't get it don't have a title to it because it was prior to them doing the titles online. I have to go in there and get everything done, which sucks. But I gotta go to Tennessee to do it. But it's not that far, so. But these I really can't. No, I look at them a little more. I gotta put them on the big screen, but they're only at 410, so it's not bad.
No.
Just depending on how low they stay.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to a guy, this friend of mine that lives down in Columbia, and he buys a lot of storage units. And he just bought one that had a Harley
Oh wow!
They flipped a table up on its side, and it was sitting behind the Harley. I mean, behind the table,
Wow.
between the table and the wall of the building, and you couldn't see it. Anyway, after he paid for it and started cleaning it out, and he got back to the point where he could get to the Harley. Oh Lord, the auction company was wanting to redo the auction.
What?
The people that actually owned the bin came in and said they wanted their motorcycle back, and
Wow.
No, they should have paid their rent.
That's it.
he was like, he says, "You can give me $35,000 and you can have it back."
That's it too.
And he told the auction company that he would have their license if they tried that crap.
Yeah,
Yep.
they can't do that.
No.
It's as is, seen from the door.
There was a guy who did a YouTube video where he bought a storage unit. The owner of the storage unit, because I guess that's the rule at this live auction. You can't be the owner and come bid on your own unit.
Mm-hmm.
So he approaches the guy to buy the unit after he bought it, and he sold it to him for like, I don't know, $300 more than what he paid with it. I'd have told the guy, go pound sand.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there must have been some good stuff in there. If that guy wanted that hard to buy it back and stuff, I'd have been like, no, I'm gonna take my chances and go through this unit.
Wow.
That's
nuts.
That's the thing I don't understand about watching some of these YouTube channels about these auctions. They don't allow you to bid on your own bins around here.
No.
Because some of them say, well, it's the law, they have to let them. Around here, apparently it's not the law because
what would be the incentive to have you pay your rent? If you were $3,000 behind on your rent and your unit sold for $1,000, I mean, of course you'd save $2,000 to buy your unit back at auction.
Yeah, actually, the law is just the opposite in most places, that you cannot bid on your own thing because you didn't pay for it, and that's why it's being auctioned off. So you can't buy it back at a discount.
That's what I thought. These guys are like, yeah, they have the right to come in and bid on it. I thought the only thing they had the right to do was to pay their bill before.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Before
actually,
the auction ends,
they
'cause
can
it gets
sell it, and if the person gets to the cashier first, they still have the right to buy it. If that made any sense. If the owner of
they still have the right to pay off their rent. If you buy the unit for $10 and they owe $200, they can't go to the storage place and pay them $10, and now they're all paid up and they got their stuff back.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, they're a lot more than $200 if they're selling them off around here.
Yeah, well, that's true.
But it's, I don't know. I guess different states have different rules. And the more liberal states you get, the more liberal the rules.
Some states, the landlord's not supposed to go in it. They're supposed to sell it just the way it is. They're supposed to open it up on auction day, and that's that. But then, like Wisconsin, they can open it up. They can go all through it.
Yeah, they go take pictures of the whole thing, and not just from the door.
Yeah, they're walking inside and taking pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Kathy told me not to bid on those ones.
Yeah, don't. I don't.
The ones that look like they've been tossed, isn't that what they call it?
Yeah.
Well, we've had one of those too. They take a picture from the outside, and then when we get their auction day, they open it up. They say, "Well, we apologize. The person broke into the unit and took a bunch of their stuff. They cut the locks and went in and took the good stuff."
Yeah, because like where we live, our storage units, they're not secure. They're locked. You have your own padlock on the door, but they don't have like fence around them or nothing like that.
Yeah, when you don't pay, there's 2 holes in the lock handle. Your lock goes in one hole, and then when you don't pay, the landlord's lock goes in the other one. Well, this guy just came with a pair of bolt cutters and cut the landlord's lock.
Oh wow!
And went in and took his stuff.
Wow.
So I actually know the guy who did it. I had a deal with him in real estate, and he was a real horse's butt. So it doesn't shock me. But we wound up buying the unit anyway. There's still some good stuff in it.
Well, who? Not Rockstar Flipper. One of the I call them big YouTubers. They did a show where he bought a bin, and then when he went to clean it out, it was empty. Somebody
my gosh.
and taking everything.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was the voodoo guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Voodoo.
And so he ended up getting his money back.
Mm-hmm.
I think he bought it online, and when he went there to pick it up, it was empty. Was that it?
That's what it was. That's
Yeah.
what it was.
Wow.
They thought it was an inside job with storage unit people.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I asked one of the managers about that one day, about people messing with it, and she said that it's a federal offense. At least in South Carolina, it's a federal offense to be doing something like that. And she's about throwing going through all these bins and then auctioning them off. That's theft.
Mm-hmm.
And she says that they step in, because I told her, I said, I don't want to be ugly, but I bought enough crap. I think I could say stuff. I said, your pictures are kind of a little fuzzy. And she said, that's because I'm standing on a stepladder trying to zoom in. She says, because I have to use my own little camera. Well, they'd probably get more money for them if they use better photos, because you probably have seen some of them yourself that are.
We bring walks to our.
I don't
to our
want them to
auctions,
take
too.
better photos, honestly. You know what I mean? I want somebody who's like, hey, these photos are very good. Maybe they get unsure of it. I'd rather have it that way than have really good photos, or then it gets bid up higher.
Yeah, they can see everything.
Yeah.
Like crap.
I mean, like the Harley in it. I mean, if they were in there taking real good photos and took a good picture of that motorcycle behind that table, the guy wouldn't have gotten that deal on it. So, yeah, I'd rather have them be fuzzy and out of focus.
I went to one here in Charlotte, and it was a 10 by 30. And it had all these boxes, but it had this big thing. Well, it was a car. You could tell it was a car. Or actually, it was a trailer. You could tell it was a car-type trailer. And they started bidding on it. Well, you couldn't see under the tarp that was sitting on it. Well, this fool, I think he'd had a 6-pack for breakfast. He walked up and lifted up the corner of the dadgum tarp, and there was a red dragster sitting up under there. Well, it was a red car. And after the auction was over, then they pulled the tarp off of it, and it was the dragster. Man, it went from like $1,000 to like 14 grand real fast, like by picking up that dadgum tarp.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, he got banned from the site. The guy that was bidding had gotten it it was like $1,200. He had heard that there was a dragster or a race car in one of the bid sale. So he wanted it, and he bought it.
Hear that?
Huh?
Like, how do you just hear that?
I don't know. Don't you watch TV?
Because he's probably bid on auctions at that place before, and he knows the people.
Yeah, he knows the manager or something like that, and this unit comes up, and somebody will say, "Yeah, oh yeah, that guy had a car in one of the units." They might not be able to tell you what number it is, but you're gonna have a general idea that there's a good chance one of those units got a car in it.
Right, and if you see a big ass tarp with something underneath it,
there it is.
That's a
well, there was like the race car was like worth $35,000. The trailer was worth another $9,000, and there was rims and engines and transmissions and everything else in the very back of that thing that you couldn't see from the door.
I don't know, but how often does that happen? Most of the time, you're looking at storage units, you got mattresses, couches, boxes of old, And it's like, do I want to deal with all this stuff or not? Is it worth me dealing with it?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was telling Bridget over the weekend. I had been on some crappy little lockers around here, and all of a sudden they're going for like $150 to $250, and people say, well, That's what life is. I'm like, no, life is. I'll just give them another couple of months and then they'll be broke. Because the trashier it is, the better I like it.
We had a storage unit company that we went to the first one and we bought a lot. There was hardly anybody there. Then I was gone. Jim goes to the second one. He goes, "Oh yeah, everybody thinks it's like, storage wars." I mean, they were bidding like $600, $800, $900 on units. So the time the next one comes along, none of those people are there. They must not have been doing very good on their investment. And we went through and bought all the units, and we were buying them for like $20 to $40 a snap.
Well, the one was 50. The one
we paid 50 for one.
But that one we killed on. Yeah, we swept it. We bought every single unit. I hit every one at the guy's opening bid. And when the auctioneer opened it, whatever price he auctioned it, I bid first, and nobody ever bid against me. They all just stood there with their hands in their pockets. We shut out. I was like, oh my God, it's so awesome. But yeah, the one before that, I mean, I bid $1,500 on units. I'm like, you'd be lucky to get $150 worth of crap out of that thing. They were nuts.
People like that. That drives me crazy.
Right after Storage Wars came on TV, I had already been going to auctions. I went to an auction here in Charlotte, and it was a big one. There was like 30 units that's going to be auctioned out, and so there was a lot of thrift store people, from all over the area.
Yeah,
as far as like Charleston and Asheville coming down here. And they've got their big trucks with thrift stores on it, the logos and everything on it. And they started auctioning this stuff up, and you could see all the guys from the thrift store standing over in the corner going, "What the hell is going on?" These bins were going for like $1,000.
Yeah.
And they drove down here for nothing because it was just, they were going, well, they must have saw something more in there than I saw. But all that kind of thinned out.
I don't know. I think the TV show really, pushed that up, and then because they sensationalize it,
Well, they admitted to seating them.
Yeah. Then I think it came out that they were actually seating those storage units for storage wars.
Yeah, the guy that used to say "yup," he said he was the one that said that they were seeing it with stuff.
Yeah.
I've never been on a TV show, but I've been interviewed for the news. They fake that. I mean, when they do it like a news, everything they set up, they tell you what you're supposed to say or how you're supposed to say it. They tell you how, like, if you phrase something they don't like the way you said it, they tell you to re-say it a different way. I mean, that's just on the local news in a small town. They produce that, so you can imagine on these big shows what they're doing.
Yeah, I can attest to that with being in a paranormal when they wanted to film at one of the local places that we were the house team for bringing people to go ghost hunting. Well, A&E wanted to film, and they wanted us to say certain stuff and do things a certain way, make it more elaborate than it really was. I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. I won't do it. So we pulled up stakes, left in the office and everything. But I'm not going to fake anything. And that's what they were asking, basically, is to fake the hauntings.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing it. So that's what my team's not about. That. So we're not here to be famous. We're here to help people, and that's not helping. So, and I can say that when Ghost Hunters first come out, there was paranormal teams popping out of the woodwork. I mean, they were coming up like daisies or dandelions everywhere. I've been doing it for over 20 years. So it's like, what the heck? But yeah, the TV show, it's all about ratings. So,
yep.
Selling 300 Barbie dolls does not sell advertising. You get what I'm saying? A TV show that's talking about eBayers and Bridget from the icy regions of New York has got 500 Barbies she's selling. That doesn't sell. That's not selling advertisers and not getting viewers.
Thanks, Tom.
Todd in his watches.
I love you too.
It's viewers. No, what I'm saying is, you know what? Going back to what Lori was saying about, you know, they've got to make it exciting to.
Right.
Because that's all what it's about. Because I tell you what,
honestly,
I know for a fact that if these TV shows and networks, if their viewership goes down and they start renegotiating prices, you know, to carry it on like cable networks and whatnot, they can tell those people in a heartbeat, your viewership has gone down 15%. So instead of raising your prices, you need to think about dropping your requirements to carry your channel.
I wouldn't really want like a TV show on like history, like American Pickers, like, you know, eBayers, you know, and making a bunch of money on eBay. I mean, because what happens is you get the general public will start crawling out of the woodwork. Oh, it's easy money. Let's go sell on eBay, you know. No, that's okay. It's bad enough on YouTube. You get a lot of people, you know, saying they're making $1 gazillion. So, I mean, on a national network, you know.
Yeah, no.
Well, one of these days, I'm going to stop and listen to that whole commercial from that guy that's got, I think he wears glasses and he's kind of slender faced. He's walking in, he's going to tell you how to make $1 million on selling other people's products on Amazon.
Is that the one that looks like he's like, I don't know, 14 years old and he's walking down the beach in a muscle shirt? Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. I'm gonna sit and watch that one day to find out how to make $1 million on Amazon. Because if Scott had made $1 million on Amazon, then I don't think some punk ass Californian. Sorry, Valerie and Sally.
No worries.
Well, they're not punk ass Californians. They're just punk ass.
Hey.
What did I miss?
You're stupid. Don't worry about it. Go back to night.
Sally's in her own little world right now.
Tom's calling us punk asses Californians.
Oh, you know, you kick my ass.
Punk asses.
I'm telling.
But seriously, that boy has done enough of those commercials. I wonder how many of his sales kits he has sold.
No, I was looking at when you were down there.
You could just grab a box truck and pick up a load.
We're going to see Jim and Tara down on their plantation in Kentucky. They're going to be walking down down the driveway with
the magnolia.
You had like $1 billion in eBay.
Yeah, in my old house. Yeah, you make it sound like, is that like Forrest Gump, or it's one of those? They always use the same plantation with the magnolia trees lining the driveway, you know, and it's got like the veranda with the columns in the front.
Yeah.
That's more like you.
Yeah.
No, I told you I'm more of the Frank Lloyd Wright architectural style than I am the plantations.
Yeah, no showing us your new houses you're gonna buy, you know.
Yeah, you're that old Southern gentry, you know, with your.
Yeah, I'll have one of my house folks make us some mint juleps. We can sit on the porch.
Yeah. Make sure they whistle now between the kitchen and the house now.
All right, guys. I think we're gonna wrap it up for the day. I hope everybody has a great day. I finally got a word in edgewise to our goodbyes. So, I love you guys all being in here and talking and everything. It's all good.
She loves us all.
So, nah. I hope everybody has a great day. We'll see y'all later. Bye now.
Bye.
guys.
Bye.